What's happening, my film nerds? David the Film Junkie here, just updating you on the Spider-Man news. Yes! Are you guys still happy? Of course you guys are. I'm happy. Everybody's happy. There might be a select few that might not be too happy about it, but I just wanted to give you more information about the Spider-Man moving over to Marvel Studios. Information, you know, the news that broke last night. It's pretty crazy. It just tickled everybody. The internet literally blew up. Fuck you, Kim Kardashian. This is what broke the internet. That's right, biatch. Anyways, as the day is gone, I mean, it's been like 24 hours since that news dropped, and a lot more information has come about because everything was kind of up in the air. They just kind of announced it. We heard that Kevin Feige is going to be co-producing it with Amy Pascal, and Sony was still going to have some creative control over the movie, but not a ton. So, pretty much what's been coming about is, yes, that is true. Marvel Studios does not own Spider-Man. They just have a partnership. A lot of people are thinking like, oh my god, they have him, yay, boo! But no, it even says right here in a quote, it says, Sony Pictures will continue to finance, distribute, own, and have final creative control of the Spider-Man films. So, yeah, they still do, but come on. They're going to listen to Marvel. If they want a successful Spider-Man, they want to get some of that good Spidey coin, guess what? They're going to have to listen to Marvel, Kevin Feige, and all that stuff. And then it was up in the air if Andrew Garfield's going to return, and he's not going to. Yeah, I mean, as much as I like the guy, it sucks that this has to happen to him, because I know he loved the fact that he got this role. He's been a Spider-Man fan. He was really enjoying it. But yeah, they're gonna start fresh, and there's been talks about Logan Lerman and Doug O'Brien. I don't know, the dude from Maze Runner. They're like the top runners. And then of course people are talking about Miles Morales. They're talking about him, like people are wanting him because they want the diversity. But we all know that's not going to happen just because, well, you know, it's Peter Parker. We still need Peter Parker. We need to see a decent Peter Parker. And so, yeah, and they even said that in a quote too, that, you know, they want to bring Peter Parker's story. They want to take it in the future. He's going to be younger in high school. They're really going to attack the high school story of Peter Parker trying to juggle being a superhero as well as juggling school and everything. And they even said that before in the leaks. I've done a couple videos before too talking about this, that they really want to emphasize the struggle between being a high school student as well as being a superhero, because they didn't really tackle that too much with the movies. In the very first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie, he was in high school for how long? Not even like half the movie, not even. And then all of a sudden he was already in college and living with Harry. So they didn't really tackle it too much. And then in the first Amazing Spider-Man, yeah, he was in high school the entire time, but they didn't really show too much of the high school struggle. Not too much. They showed a little bit more, yes. But then, of course, they had the Gwen Stacy love story, blah, blah, blah. And then in Spider-Man 2, it started off after that abysmal opening scene with the Rhino. He's graduating. So they didn't really tackle that story. It seems like they want to keep Spidey in high school for as long as they can, show that struggle, and hopefully not emphasize the stupid fucking love story like they did in Amazing Spider-Man 2. God, that was annoying. That was very annoying. And then people are wondering about the Sinister Six, and it seems to be that Sony is not going to release Sinister Six in November of 2016. They're delaying it, rethinking, but possibly still developing. And, well, I guess, you know what? They're probably going to wait and see what happens. Because, like, how are you going to have two different kind of Spider-Man worlds? That's just not going to work out for anybody. And the fact that they were trying to rush and establish the Sinister Six in the previous Spider-Man movies, and it almost was working for me. The dark character that you don't really hear, you just see the voice, you see the hat, and you could see them establishing it. It just too rushed. Way too rushed, you know. And it just with Spidey 2 being such a mess, who knows. And then that's pretty much it. And what else was I going to talk about? Oh, yeah. Civil War. It's looking like it's confirmed that he's going to make an appearance in Civil War. We actually talked about this on the Film Grain of Salt podcast tonight, which will be up soon. Be on the lookout for that, guys, with me and Micah. But we talked about that and how it's perfect. It's really perfect. I mean, who knows how long this deal has been up in the air on the freaking board, because it might have been finalized recently, but they probably already had it in mind. The Russo brothers probably had two different versions of the script, one with Spider-Man, one without. So, I mean, everybody's wondering, is he going to be in Age of Ultron? Hey, you never know. He might make like a little cameo. Doesn't even have to be him. It could just be some like webbing hanging somewhere. Just sneak that in there in a secret scene. Why not? And, you know, Captain America Civil War is going to start filming in April, so they're going to probably announce their actor soon. And it's sounding like Logan Lerman's going to be the actor, and I'm all for that. I think he's a great choice to play Spider-Man, a young Spider-Man. And we know, and we got to settle down, folks. There's not going to be a new telling of the story. I guarantee you Marvel Studios is not going to retell the story. They're just going to freaking introduce him in Civil War, and maybe we'll get a brief, like, oh yeah, he'll mention something just because they kind of have to, but they're not going to do a full-on, you know, he's somewhere in a lab somewhere taking pictures and all of a sudden he gets bit. No, it's not going to happen. Not going to happen, guys. So that's pretty much what I wanted to update you guys about. It does look like we're going to get Spidey in Civil War, which is just fucking fantastic. Captain America, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. Oh! And then some people, you know, are wondering, like, oh, how's he going to fit into the cinematic universe? Well, think about it. Contracts are going to be up. Chris Evans is probably going to step down as Captain America. He's probably going to pass the torch to Bucky, the guy who plays Bucky. And we got all these new characters, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Captain Marvel, they're coming out, so why not put Spidey in that? Because, let's face it, the original Avengers are no longer going to be there, and they got to pass the torch to a new group of 4, and as well as whoever else, so there you go. And Spider-Man it's like really just perfect timing, in my opinion. So let me know what you think about it down below in the balls area. Also, hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Subscribe to my second channel as well. It is down there, and visit filmjunkie.com for your latest in movie news. Well, alright guys, talk to you later.